Six minutes past the hour. This is The World Today, live from London, with Fergus, Nicoll and Roger Hearing.
3 days after the attack that devastated the centre of New York, the ruins are still smoking. The BBC's Jerry Timmins went into the financial district and he spoke to some of the volunteers involved in the rescue effort.
New York today is two different cities. Further to the north from where I'm standing, the north of Manhattan is pretty much getting back to a semblance of normality. The traffic's back on the streets, the shops are open again. But as you come south and you get past the first of the police cordons, you see a very different side of New York. The street I'm walking down now, Green Street, heading south, has hardly anybody on it. Ahead of me is another police cordon, and once you're past that, there's no traffic allowed other than vehicles trying to get down to the site of where the trade centre was, and the firemen and the police and the workers who are working on site. Ahead of me, where the trade centre used to be, there's just a tall plume of acrid smoke, and the closer you get, the worse the smell gets, because there's still fires burning there, and the people who are going in are beginning to wear masks. Do you mind giving me your name?
Sure, my name is Ed Bassett.
And you've just walked off-site. What have you been doing?
Well, we've been clearing debris and just helping people out there and just working with each other.
Okay. Can you describe what you've seen?
It's kind of like a war-like scene. The most amazing thing I think I saw out there was the way that the vendors just left everything in place. It happened around 9:15 yesterday morning. There's still whole gallons of milk on the donut vendors' counters that they were getting ready to pour milk in someone's coffee, and there's fruit stands just covered with dust out there. There's flower stands looking like they're open, but they're covered with dust. Almost something like the old Planet of the Apes movies we used to watch as kids.
A number of people have said it's like some horror scene out of a movie. It seems that people have difficulty coming to grips with the reality of it somehow.
Oh, it definitely is. It's something like Universal Studios 50 times the amount of special effects that they could have there. There's nothing that compared to this that I've ever seen in my life.
You're carrying a shovel. Is that literally how you're trying to move debris?
That's right. It's all by hand. Everything has been pulverized. So there are big pieces of metal and the cranes are picking them up, but everything else is by hand. Everything is dust practically from what went off over there.
And there's a huge column of sort of grey-white smoke where the building used to be.
That smoke is still coming up from the bowels or the depths of the building on the, in the pit, I guess you might call it. And all that smoke and is just coming billowing up. It's white and sometimes it's black.
Is there anything left standing at all?
Well, it's hard to tell where the buildings even are unless you see an address here or there, but those are kind of, some of the buildings don't even have the addresses left. You really don't know which building is which when you're down there. You just start seeing things and start moving stuff around and bringing things over to trucks and whatnot like that.
What about the immediate surrounding area?
It's amazing that how far away some cars are burnt up and windows are shattered, even 4, 5, 7 blocks away. You would think that what could have possibly came through the buildings and didn't touch anything around it, but blew out this car's window or set this car afire. It's almost as if it was a war zone, that someone came in and had a battle in there and not just the way it happened.
Did you feel safe?
I felt safe because I wasn't in the immediate pit. I think that the guys were in the rescue workers who were right in the pit, pulling out the debris, working in the smoke. Those guys are really commended, and those are the guys who are really at danger right now. A lot of people out there right now are just helping up, keeping the sidewalks clear, keeping things out of the way. As they're bringing debris out, we're hauling it onto the trucks. So there's like different stages of people in and out, going in and out of there, and different levels of danger.
The National Guard are forming a last ring of protection around where the Trade Center used to be, which is, you can see it clearly from here. The metal poles, metal rods just jutting out of the ground, just 2 blocks down the street, is all that's left. It's astonishing to think that, it's unbelievable that something so huge and well known was there, and that's all that's left of it.
Jerry Timmins on the streets of South Manhattan.